Hey,
Hey, I fucked up. I'm trying to go live, baby, and there we go.
Yeah. That Mac Miller vibe. Let's go. I wake up with the intent to make today my bitch, and I don't need to hear you talking, so just shut your lips. Cause I'ma make it, yeah, I'ma make it, I'ma make it, I'ma make it. Lord have mercy, I'ma make it. Yeah, I hear the haters talking, but I don't ever listen. Keep 100 yards on distance. If you always steady bitching, don't need negativity around me. I've already risen past the bullshit animosity, and now I'm thinking different. Look, I don't know why you've been thinking broke, cause when you limit yourself, then you never know what your potential is or your room for growth. Use your brain, stop being a hoe. Sick of people acting so basic. Sick of brainless racist faces, always with the hatred. Guess it's never changing. What is this, the Matrix? This is why I'm blazing. This is how I face it, bitch. Wait, what? What am I doing? Created a movement, won't ruin what you are pursuing. But I wake up every morning, never yawning, cause I wake up with the intent to make today my bitch. And I don't need to hear you talking, so just shut your lips. Cause I'ma make it, yeah, I'ma make it, I'ma make it, I'ma make it. Lord have mercy, I'ma make it. I wake up with the intent to make today my bitch. And I don't need to hear you talking, so just shut your lips. I'ma make it, yeah, I'ma make it, I'ma make it, I'ma make it. Lord have mercy, I'ma make it. This shit is crazy, right? Everybody hating on my
This shit is crazy, right? How long it's been since we done a live show. We are back. I am here with my main man Isaac. He's always in the background of the shows, but now he's in the foreground because that's the way we do things. We're on episode 37. We've literally taken like 2 months off from live streaming. Sorry and shit. It's been busy. I've literally spent probably the last 2 months farming, literally. Almost nonstop. So tonight I'm drinking on some not your father's root beer. They rebranded, which is kind of funny because we are actually working on rebranding our logos and whatnot.
yes, sir.
Isaac, you looked at those the
Behind
other
the
day.
scenes.
Yeah.
Just wait.
I'm kind of pumped for the rebrand, honestly. It's I don't know. It's one of those weird things, right? For Urban Acres, I really thought that our logos and everything were perfect, and then you came along and you
Ah,
you shit
shit
on
on-
my hopes and
I
dreams.
shit on it.
He's like, "This is terrible," and it got me thinking about like how we can make our logo better. And we've been working with a marketing team to come up with something better, and we're getting there. We're getting there. We're at I'm at the point now where I was looking at it today. I showed my fiance and I was like, "Hey, which one do you like the best?" And she liked the one that you picked, but the more orange colored looking one, which is the one I like better, more than the gold color, like the one you like. Um, but so I think what I'm gonna do is screenshot the gold one that you like, screenshot the orange one I like, and the old logo, put them side by side, and then have you guys, our employees, make a vote on it, so we can
I,
figure out.
yeah, I still think there's a. It's not. I don't think it's done yet. I think there's a couple more.
I agree. I think there definitely needs to be some kind of outline of the lettering and whatnot, something to make it pop a little bit more. But it's funny because I was looking at Not Your Father's Root Beer. If you've ever drank it before, let me see if that'll zoom in. It did not look anything like this before. It used to be,
That's
what?
nice. I would drink that.
Yeah, I kind of like it. It's simplistic. I feel like a lot more people are going with a simplistic approach. The one thing I don't like is that they put um, there's writing in there. You can't read it though. The font of gray that they used. As soon as this thing gets a little white, you can't read half the things on the label.
Maybe they
Uh,
did it on
so
purpose.
maybe they could have done it black though, and it would have looked much better probably. But it got me thinking because this is much more simplistic than it used to be. I want to see if I could find their old shit. Not your
It's all
father.
about making your product like a movie.
Yeah, basically.
You need to have an aesthetic, because why would someone buy your product if they don't like the way that it looks? That's like the number one thing you have to worry about.
Exactly. Why is it not zooming into the picture? I found it, and it does look exactly how I thought I remembered it looking.
I'm sipping on some wok.
Some what?
Some wok.
Walk, 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 walk. All right, I found it. Share screen, application, Chrome. That's not it.
That looked kind of inappropriate.
No, never that. There we go. So yeah, you can see how. Fuck, man, why are they not letting me open the right tab? All right.
It just looks old.
What did you say?
It looks old.
Yeah, it does. Well, it's supposed to. The name of the company is Not Your Father's Root Beer, so I'm sure they. There we go. I'm sure that they were going for that old timey look. I liked their old branding. I did.
Not good, but the new one's better.
Think so?
It's like Dr. Squatch.
You're obsessed with Dr. Squatch. You love that.
Bro, nah. Dr. Squatch is the future of soap. I'm telling you.
My fiance said chug, chug, chug. I don't know about chugging. Maybe. Aunt Stacy, hello, gorgeous folks. Hello, beautiful. How are you? How are you, Isaac? I feel like I haven't even asked that since we started talking before the show.
I mean, after today, I'm feeling pretty good. I just figured out after 2 years what's finally wrong with my stomach, what I got going on the inside of me. And it felt great to finally be like, okay, I'm not in my head.
What was it?
I have
Celiac.
No, I have intestinal parasites.
How the fuck? What the fuck?
It's food poisoning.
Is it just like an extended version of food poisoning where the food poisoning becomes parasites?
No, I don't know, but like it's been there for 2 years, and so most of the time, so I can eat and never not get hungry, right? Like I'll always be able to eat more. Like if my body can't take more food, I'll still be hungry, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the doctor explained to me that the parasites absorb all of the nutrients and they eat it. And all that I'm left with in my system is waste.
Bro, can I tell you that's been one of the biggest fears of my entire life is that like I think I have a tapeworm or like parasites or something like that. Like I got fucked up stomach issues, bro. Like fucked up.
Why don't you go get it checked out?
Because I hate doctors.
No, bro, I'll link you to this doctor. He's lit. He's a holistic nutritionist.
Oh, damn. Yeah.
He like looked in my eye, bro, and he like told me about my shit.
Courtney, my fiance, says, how are you going to get rid of the parasites?
I'm going to kill the motherfucker.
I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill him all. But for real, like, do they give you some kind of like?
Yeah, I have like 10 different things that I'm gonna be taking, and I have to like. It's not like medications though. It's all like natural stuff. They're all in glass tincture bottles. Like I got one right here. Toxic stress scan, 1 dropper full 3 times a day.
Dang.
I gotta get a juicer. I gotta go in once a week for the next 5 weeks to do.
Please share who this doctor is.
His name is Dr. Kevin. Hold on.
Kevin Lowry. So yeah, while he's looking for that, I've missed live streaming. I really have. I just had to set everything up again. That was no fun. Having to set up all the audio. A part of me wants to pull off the camera right now.
Evan Lazat.
Evan Lazat.
Kevin.
Write that down, babe.
And hold on, I'll read you my notebook.
He took notes while he was at the doctor's.
Yes, sir.
You know what the funniest thing I ever had to do for a doctor? I I had they thought I was lactose intolerant back when I was like 16. They didn't bother to ask about, what I ate on a daily basis. So they made me take a food log and a poop log. And it was
Lizotte. Lizotte.
Lizotte. Lizotte. But yeah, so they made me do this poop test, and well, not a poop test, a poop log. So every time I pooped, I had to write in my notebook, I pooped, and it was solid. And then everything I ate, I was like, I ate 2 Pop-Tarts, made me feel sick. I had a Mountain Dew, and I brought the notebook to the doctor, and he's looking it over, and he's just like, Pop-Tarts, Mountain Dew, Pop-Tarts, Mountain Dew, Pop-Tarts, Mountain Dew. He's like, kid, you don't have you're not lactose intolerant. You just need to stop eating shit. Like,
That's all you would eat?
oh man. You would, back in the day, the way I carry around water is how I carried around a Mountain Dew.
That's horrible.
And this was until
That's
I was
why
like
you have
25.
stomach issues.
That's part of it. I also took a ridiculous amount of Excedrin migraine because I've had migraine since I was like 14, and I just used to cover it up with Excedrin, and then Excedrin migraine. Each pill has about 2 cups of coffee worth of caffeine in it, and I was taking probably about 8 a day.
Is that why your eyes are so like lit up all the time?
Nah. I mean, I feel like my eyes are always looking stony baloney. Speaking of, I feel like it's dab time.
So yeah, so by looking in my eyes, right? Mind you, this is all this guy did at the beginning. He found out that I have damaged my ankle and my ankle has trauma, which is true. I have lymphatic rosary, which is like my lymphatic nervous system is damaged. And I have nerve lines of like stress and anxiety and unsettlement, like not being able to relax. And I have parasites.
From literally just looking at you?
Yeah, he looked in my eyes with a flashlight. He looked at both. And when he looked at my left one, he didn't say anything about the ankle. But when he looked at the right one, which is the one that I've messed up, he said that there was trauma there.
That's so weird.
By looking in, because your eyes are the roadmap to your body.
It makes sense. It's still weird.
I was just hoping there was nothing wrong with my lungs. Because, like, low-key, I was scared about smoking and vaping, and I was like, I hope I didn't damage anything. But we're good.
I just damaged my lungs. Woo!
Yeah, he, like, gave me a list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 different things to get. One of those being a juicer, another one of those being a rebounder.
What's a rebounder?
It's like a tiny trampoline.
For what? For your ankle strength?
You jump up and it like helps the like fluidity of liquid in your stomach because you go up and it hits that like zero gravity and it stays up there for a second. And then it comes back down and it's like that fluid motion of going up and down helps it flush stuff out.
Interesting. So what happens like when you eat a meal? Are you like hunched over in pain?
Sometimes. I've never, like in the past year, probably, I would say year, maybe year and a half, almost 2 years. I don't remember a day where I've gone without discomfort in my stomach or like, it's tough, bro.
That's where I'm at every day, bro. Every day. That's like half the reason I smoke. If I didn't smoke, I literally couldn't eat. In sober October, I tried to not smoke, and my stomach just hurts so bad every day,
Oh, you
dude.
should go to this guy. I'm telling you. And I gotta like, I'm gonna talk to you about some stuff after the show that like we talked about. But it was good. It was really good. He's really smart.
That I wonder. Yeah, I gotta go check him out. I remember.
It's a $225 copay.
Woo.
And all of the things. That's what when I was like, holy shit! All of the supplements together is gonna be $238.
So is he selling you these supplements, or he just said get these supplements?
He's selling them to me.
Hustler, and I'm a hustler, baby. Just thought you should know.
And
He made $500 off you to talk to you for how long?
2 hours.
Yep. It'll be that way.
Hey, bro, but it's like, what's gonna help me? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's really what's important. You gotta get your health in order and shit. I honestly, it's super irresponsible of me to not have done anything for my stomach at this point. Like seriously, super irresponsible.
If you had a kid that was in your situation, you'd be getting it checked out.
Yeah, exactly. It's funny because like I'm the same way. Like if you're ever with me in person, you'll notice that like I clear my throat a lot. I got my nose kicked in when I was like 16. I got into a fight with somebody I didn't want to fight because we were good friends, and he kept swinging at me, and I eventually tripped, and he kicked me in the face. Like that was fun. With boots on, and I broke my nose. It's still broken. That was 14 years ago. I can almost not breathe completely out of my left nostril, and my right nostril is partially blocked too. And
You never got it checked?
never. I had a concussion, definitely. Like, 'cause I remember, I was sitting on the couch watching TV, and I just started crying out of nowhere about like nothing. I just thought we were friends, like just like over nothing. It was awful. It was awful. I didn't want to. Want to know why he wanted to fight me? Because he got his license, and I made a joke because I joke about everything, which will lead me into my next topic. I said to one of our other friends, who rest in peace, he passed away unfortunately. I said to him, "Oh, he's got his license. Better watch out. Get off the road." Literally, that's what he wanted to fight me over.
Are you serious?
We were best friends, dude. It was a rough time in my life. That was a point in my life where I was rapping in high school, and I went to Plymouth, Mass. Which, if you don't know about Plymouth, I went to Plymouth South. Plymouth South is like a mostly uppity, la-di-da type of town, so mostly white and mostly preppy dressing people. And I moved from New Bedford, which, if you don't know about New Bedford, it's a very poor city. And I grew up very poor. Like, there were times where I would watch my dad not eat so my sister and I could eat. My dad used to shop at thrift stores before it was cool, like that was how we were clothed, is by thrift stores, because that's all my dad could afford was $3 jeans, and forget where I was going with that. What was I talking about? I just had like a hardcore flashback to like Savers back in the day, like picking out clothes. Like, whoa.
Getting by without a lot of money.
I
Talking about your dad.
Nah, before that, like when I was leading into that topic. Fuck. Wow, I can't believe I lost that bad. ADD's a bitch.
Yeah, I don't remember.
He's like, I was thinking about the next thing too. I remember saying it was going to lead me into my next topic, but I don't remember what it was I was just talking about.
Oh, the dude that wanted to fight you over the license.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I was talking about there we go. So, yeah. Stoner moment.
Thank you to Courtney. Is that your fiance?
Yes.
Thank you. You must keep him in check. That's what my ex-girlfriend used to do for me.
She tries.
Like everything I forget, she'll be like, "You gotta remember."
She doesn't keep me in check. she just is patient with me, and I'm a complicated human being. I'm a very complicated human being. But so yeah, getting back to it, I made music in high school, and it was mostly preppy kids, and I was viciously bullied, and to the point where these groups of jocks and preps, they were pressuring my friends to basically turn on me in order to be like with the cool kids, like that's very tempting. Like turn on your loser friend who you're like his only friend, or join the popular kids. Like that's a pretty easy decision, right? And so they started getting a lot of people flipping on me, and they had been trying to get my friend to kind of flip on me too for a while, and we had
To them.
huh.
What'd you do to them?
So you know when I moved to Plymouth, I stuck out like a sore thumb because, like I said, we shopped at thrift stores. When I moved to Plymouth, my dad was like, your mom's married to somebody who's got money, go live with him now, you're gonna have a better life. My stepdad hated me, so he just let me live in my poor clothes in Plymouth, knowing what it would do to me because he grew up in that town too. So yeah, I stuck out a lot, and when I found out that there was other rappers in school, my ego was on fleek back then. Like my ego was as high as it could possibly be to make up for, a very lack childhood and like a lack of confidence. It was like an ego that was like a uh, to shadow the fact that I was completely not confident at all. And they mentioned me in a song, not really a diss, and I think I released like 2 disses about the kid in like 3 days. And after that, he was like, I didn't realize this really, but he was like the main one. He was like the popular kid, like
Oh, and you shit on him.
yes. So
So you
after
killed his non-existent ego too.
yes. So we got into huge beef, to the point where basically people that I may or may not know, may or may not have threatened to come kill them, but
You were
yeah.
that type of kid, dog.
Oh yeah, I just like I didn't care. It was weird because like the only person that ever, well, actually the only 2 people that ever fought me in Plymouth was my boy, and then that kid Tyler that passed away that like told my old friend about like making that joke about him driving, and yeah, those are like the only 2 people in Plymouth that fought me. That kid Tyler, he was 2 years younger than me, and he was like almost a foot bigger than me. He was a big boy, and I don't know. I was way more excited to fight him than my other boy because I didn't like my other boy. I was like, I don't want to fight you. I was like, dude, why are we here? Can we talk about this? And like 3 of the popular kids were like, fuck him up, fuck him up. And he swung at me. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? And he swung at me again. And then I finally like put my hands up, and then he swung at me again. I ducked under and tripped over like a fucking log because we fought in the
He kicked you in the face.
He kicked me in the face.
What a shithead.
I covered up my face, and then he just started punching me in the back of the head. And he probably punched me like 40, 50 times, probably till his like hands hurt. And I got back up, and I literally like got up and went like and spit out blood. And I was like, "You done? You good?" Like I was And then the other kids were talking shit because I normally, when I fight somebody, typically if I get hit in the head, I black out and I don't remember what happens. I just wake up and I'm on top of somebody. I don't like getting hit in the head. I'm not a fan of it. So before that moment, I had never fought somebody who was my friend. It was just always random people. And that was
Yeah, how many fights have you? Sorry to interrupt you. How many fights have you gotten into?
a decent amount. My brother definitely fought more than me, but a decent amount. But not only 2 in Plymouth. Only 2 in Plymouth. And I lived there from when I was like 11 till I was 18. So I didn't really get into a lot of fights in Plymouth. There was a lot of people that 3 fights. Sorry. There was a kid in 6th grade too when I first moved there. I grabbed him by the throat. and then actually funny story, that boy that kicked me in the face, we were like super tight back then, and the kid that I fought in 6th grade when I first like moved to Plymouth, he was talking shit to my boy after I punched him in the face, and the teachers came and broke it up. Like we didn't get to finish our fight, and then he's sitting on the top of the bleachers all folded in, and he starts talking shit to my boy, and my boy says, say something again, I'm gonna pull you down and whoop your ass. And this kid, he says something to him, my boy, I literally was like, my boy goes, grabs his leg, yanks him off the top of the bleachers, which you know how tall bleachers are. They're like, when they're folded up, they're like 8 feet tall. So he fell back. He kind of caught himself, and my boy just like cocked back and just whap, hit him one time, and the kid just like kind of stumbled and like fell back. I think he fractured his eye socket. My boy broke his whole hand inward, like a whole knuckle. He wore a cast that whole summer. It was the last day of school, and it was literally over. This kid, we were playing chess, and I kept beating him, and he got pissed off, and I talked shit, and he pushed me against the locker, so I grabbed him by the throat and started punching him in the face. That was the type of kid I was, man. I calmed down a lot. Like when I moved to Plymouth, I was like, I swear I'm not gonna get in as many fights. I'm gonna do better. Like I'm gonna do better. I remember like one time I was in daycare, bro. I was like 8 years old, and this kid threw a Nerf ball and it hit me, and I was just in a mood. And he wasn't throwing it at me on purpose. He was throwing it to somebody else. He just threw it at me and hit me. And I turned around and just started, you fucking bitch, you fucking asshole. Just started 8 years old, bro. My dad, he picked me up that day because, like they got to tell your dad about it.
Yeah.
And so they like, before I see my dad come in, they call him in the office. They like pull him in the office. They're talking to him. And I'm like, shit. And I get in the car with my dad, and my dad had this thing, bro. Like when you would fuck up, my dad would just not say a word. It was awkward. Like I got in the car, and I'm just like waiting for him to ream me out, waiting for him to smack me, like anything. Like he's just not saying a word. And then we like get home, and he's like, "Where'd you learn that language?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" I learned it from you. I learned it from you and mom. What do you mean? You guys are always fighting and shit. Like it was like it changed my dad, but he was like, Adam, you gotta stop fighting kids. What's wrong with you? And he put me into boxing and shit. I did boxing for a couple of years.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, it was fun. I had a rough childhood, man. A real rough childhood. That shit was fucked up all the way to the max. But definitely made me who I am today, for sure, for sure. But yeah. So all I did to them is have a really big ego and not back down. I felt backed up enough by the hood to not give a fuck.
You have friends on the inside?
Huh?
Did you have friends on the inside?
Inside of what? What do you mean?
Well, what do you mean you have people in the hood?
Oh, yeah. Like I just got friends in the hood, Always have, always will.
Block?
Hmm?
They would pull up on your block?
Pull up. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I would never say that. That would be mean. Nah, I'm not a violent person at all anymore. Sometimes I did spike a wrench at the ground today because I was fucking pissed. That's a story, right? So we got an acre of land in Massachusetts to expand our farmland for urban acres. We're growing autoflower hemp plants. So if you don't know, autoflower, you plant it in the ground, and as soon as the seed sprouts, it finishes in 75 days, I believe the seed was. No matter what you do to it, it finishes. It's done. So if it only grows this big, it's going to flower and get one little tiny nug off of it because it's going to finish in 75 days. So we're doing some experiments. We're growing this field, and the town that we're in just happens to be one of the towns in Massachusetts that's experiencing severe drought right now.
Oh.
So we plant the seeds. We don't really have a water solution. We have a 330 gallon tank, I immediately said from the beginning, that's not enough. That's not enough for a whole acre. I'm looking at this land and I'm like, no way, not even close. Like I'm doing out the math in my head. I'm like, this is like 20 gallons per. Yeah, no, this doesn't work. And so the drought kept going and kept going, and rain kept missing us and kept missing us, and we just kept putting it off and putting it off. And it got to the point where now, the seeds are probably fried from being so hot, and we finally have tanks and everything, but it's too late, and we're probably gonna have to call it quits on the season, which sucks.
Damn.
But
Do you have any in Connecticut?
not yet. I think we are gonna grow the rest of those seeds in Connecticut though, and put them under greenhouse, so that way we're not
Wait,
like huh?
so that way you actually get something. So has it been a bad year for you guys?
No, not at all, because we got a grant from the government because of COVID for our farm, so we used free money to pay for the farm basically, which set us up for next year for it. So now we have all the tanks. I set up a whole irrigation system, dude. Like since you've been there, literally running the tanks connect with PVC and then run underground to the pumps, and the pumps pump out through sprinklers
Bro, I
to the
wish you
field.
invited me to do that. I would have loved to do that.
I fucking hated it. I hate plumbing. But it's done for next year now. So what we're gonna do is harrow over it, which is just a machine with like these big discs on it, and there's like, I don't know, 30 of them. They're in like a V shape, and there's like a disc on each side, and then there's one like facing the opposite direction, and you just kind of go over the land, and it tills. It doesn't till it. It just kind of like kicks up the first 3 inches of soil, so you don't fuck up the soil biome too much underneath. So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna cover it with a silage tarp. So a silage tarp is a giant tarp, a field-sized tarp, and it's black on one side and white on the other. Yes, definitely. I was just picturing it in my head. I was like, yeah, it definitely is. So the black side goes up, so that way you can it absorbs more of the sun and gets hotter. And the idea is anything underneath gets cooked, and it destroys the plant. But even more so than destroying the plant, more importantly, the seeds of the plants, which is what keeps weeds coming all the time, will get fried and cooked as well. So the theory, and this is Andrew's theory, and it sounds like it's gonna work, so we're gonna test it this year. The theory is that next year the weed pressure will be almost gone. So we will see, because weeding sucks. It's a huge pain in the ass.
So you're thinking that, so theoretically, if that's true, then next season when you plant the crops, you won't have to, like, there won't be any weeds because they would have all gotten killed.
Yes.
So what will bring them back to the field in further time?
What'd you say?
How did they like get there? You know what I mean? Like, how did they get there in the first place? Now that they're cooked and gone, are they never gonna grow back? Or are they gonna come back? Or
so they could definitely, birds poop out seeds. Deer could have a seed in their hoof when they're going through the field, or coyotes, or groundhogs, or there's a bunch of fucking animals that I've seen there already. Or the dogs could have a seed in their fur. Like, there's a lot of things that could happen, or it could just be floating through the air. So, weeds will always exist, but when you strip the field like that, you can manage them. You could see like, oh, there's a baby growing, pluck, and then you don't got to worry about that because it didn't get mature enough to get seeds. So it's
sorry.
No, I was basically not.
That dog was scary.
Bro, tell me about it. There was one night that I was there, and he was like, oh, go turn off the water, and I got to walk by his kennel, and he looked at me, and he just pinned his tail and just like went perfectly straight, and then was like, oh, and then like spun around and jumped up the fence. Like he was like parallel with the top of the fence, and you saw how tall that fence is. And I was just like, and I literally like went to the hose on the other side, and I put a nozzle on it and turned off the nozzle, and I texted him like, dude, I just had a crazy PTSD moment. I got attacked by a big dog last year. Like I'm I'm not. I'm like kind of a little bit scared of dogs now. Like when they bark like that, like it triggers something in me. Like that's just like run, get out. Shit's
That
crazy.
dog it's like a wolf, isn't it?
It's a dingo. Yeah, it's part dingo.
That thing doesn't even look like a dog. Does it just sit in that cage?
Not always. No, just while people are there and everything. Like
So he's like friendly with the dog.
that dog is. It only cares about like 5 people. That's it. Everybody else he fucking hates. He's definitely the guard dog. Definitely the guard.
That's
Good.
crazy. Yeah,
Good.
Andrew was telling me like if that fence went down, he would come at me like pretty fast.
Oh yeah, like there's times where I'm out in the field and I hear him bark, and I just kind of look like, just like making sure he's not coming towards me. I'm like,
So if it came out and you had like something in your arms, would you whack it?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I wouldn't want to, but I would. You know, I gotta defend myself. I'd probably, try to like just guide it. Yeah, leave me alone.
Yeah, but I don't think you're gonna guide that thing.
Yeah, that thing might eat the metal off the rake and then fucking.
It looks like that. Like if that thing came for your legs, you'd be screwed.
Yeah, facts. Big facts.
And it looks like it could run really fast.
And it can clearly jump over me.
That dog, oh my god. I'll never take that image out of my head. I got there and it was just like,
He's a serious dog, man. He's a serious dog.
I would get a dog like that. Though. If I own property like that, that's smart.
That's what you got to do. Literally, what you got to do. You got to have a scary farm dog. He did say that his last dog wasn't like that at all. His last dog used to ride around the farm with him on the tractor and everything, but he's like, this dog's just fucking tapped. He's like, but he loves my family. That's all that matters.
So the dog would never like attack that guy.
No, I bet you, because I've seen him like when he barks at me too much, he'll be like, "Hey," and the dog will just like, like dogs they're not alpha to their owners. You know, like they're just alpha to other people. They understand their role in the pack as wolves.
That's crazy though.
Yeah, my life is a movie, bro. Sometimes I really do think that. I'm like, damn, like when I sit down when I'm like 75 years old and this is where I'm fucking up. This is where Andrew's doing the very right thing. Andrew, I don't know if he still does, but for a long time, every night he would write what he did for the day, how it felt, everything. Like he would journal for the day every single night. That's so smart, dude. Like you could be like 80 with Alzheimer's and know what you did every single day. Like you would know, you could read the story of your life. Except I'm not a good reader. And my camera battery died. Hold on. Distract them, Isaac.
How's it going, everybody? Let me show you something. All right. Now, since last time we've been live, I've traveled to over 3 different states. And I made this pair of shoes right here. And now everyone who's in this live stream, I want to get a 1 out of 10 in the comments, okay? So these are the sneakers right here. Can I get a 1 out of 10 in the comment section below? 1 out of 10. Honest.
0. Ooh, let me get a solo of you. There we go. They wasn't getting the drip. So you made those yourself, obviously minus the fact that Nike made them first.
Yeah.
So that's the
colorway.
That's the Isaac X Nike.
No, this is just one of those.
One of one.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, there's 2 people watching. It's so funny. Like our shows.
If whoever is watching this can guess how long these took me, I'll give them to you for free.
He said that.
How many weeks? No one? I mean, I don't know who wouldn't want these.
I'm gonna guess 9.
5.
Fuck.
Traveling takes a long time, bro.
Traveling.
I customize these in Massachusetts, Miami, and St. Louis.
What were you doing?
Being lit.
Being lit. Fuck you doing?
Amanda,
is that the guess on how many weeks it took him, or is that the 1 through 10 rating?
Yeah, if you say 4, you're gonna have a problem.
I said 0.
Papa gonna bust you.
Me a cop gonna bust her. Have you been listening to Russ's new, weekly fucking releases?
Yeah, bro. I don't know how I feel about them. Throne Talks was alright.
This last song was fucking weird.
What the fuck was that? Speaking of music though, that's a perfect segue into what I want to talk about. Have you heard the #1 charting song right now?
Hey Siri, what's the #1 charting song right now? Oh fuck. I should have known that it would be WAP. Oh my god. Is that your favorite song right now?
Oh, I hate that song.
More importantly, have you heard why do I always forget his name? Nicki Minaj's ex. Fuck, I can't remember, but he made a remix called BAD, Big Ass Dick.
Did he really?
Oh shit.
Never be me. You'll never catch me with a girl that's bumping that song.
Safari. He came out with a song called BAD. Oh man. That's fucking hilarious.
I do know what a cricket machine is. They are pretty cool.
Cricket.
Have you seen the music video?
Yes, I have. Of course I have. there was a lot of Cardi looks different.
Bro, they're both so fake.
I don't know if Meg's fake yet. She had a lot of makeup on. I just thought it was funny how Cardi came out with this simple flow, I like getting wet and getting head, just stupid silly flow, and Meg's she came at it I haven't rapped in so long, I'm gonna rap hard.
I don't even think she's that good.
Oh, WAP. Hey, people love her, man. You can't hate. It's
I know.
Music is very subjective, so I have learned over the years. I have been the biggest fucking hater in music, especially when I used to rap heavy. I was the biggest hater. I hated Mac Miller, bro. Who can hate Mac Miller? Who the fucking hate Mac Miller? Just because he was another white rapper, that's the type of rapper I was. I just hated other white rappers. I had.
You sound like an Eminem stan.
Wow. I mean, I love Eminem.
Yeah, there you go.
But big butt. Until I was 18, I didn't admit that. I used to tell people that Mike Jones was better than Eminem because that's how much I hated white rappers, bro.
Mike Jones.
Who? Mike Jones. Yeah, I was such a hater, dude. Such a hater. So I've learned While although WAP might not be the song for me, I'm not.
One of my friends loves that song.
Is he a guy?
Yeah, he's trying to TikTok audio.
He TikTok danced to it.
Yeah,
Was it Chris?
no,
I was gonna say, please don't let it be Chris.
he got signed to a management.
Oh, good for him. I wish I had a dude. You know what I want? I want to get a soundboard attached into this, and so we could have like I could have just put a round of applause for Chris in there.
Hold on 1 second.
He's like, I'm gonna make it work. You can just hold your applause, and we can go chill at the bar, and just drink. Yeah.
This is where he's staying.
How many people are living there? Like 70?
I think like 10. It's
Okay.
all girls.
Woo! Chris is living that life, man. Living that life. Hopefully, he got a good little signing bonus for signing that deal.
I don't think so.
What the fuck?
I think they really screw you out there.
Yeah, I can imagine. How are they not? Wait, how? What? How is he getting signed to a management deal with TikTok about to be sold?
You don't think the name is still going to stay TikTok? It's not a TikTok deal. It's a social media deal.
True. They just want to make sure they have the data for themselves. Our government. They're like, what do you mean somebody else is stealing our people's data? That's our job.
That's literally facts, though. I would rather us have it than China, though.
I hate to tell you, but oh wait, maybe not. China might be one of the few that maybe. No, they definitely are. China and us are basically one and the same. It's all owned by the same fucking rich people.
You think so?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. Anybody who's involved in this World Bank deal, I'm pretty sure is owned within like the three rich families. There's only like two or three countries left that haven't done like signed into like the World Bank deals and shit. And it's
Who?
Last I knew, it was Iran, North Korea, and Russia.
Oh, so that's why they hate them.
Yes, and about 10, no, more than 10 now. Wow, I'm getting old. About 20 years ago, the country list that didn't want to join the World Bank was like Afghanistan, Libya, Iraq, Iran, and then the ones I named, like everybody we've gone to war with, literally everybody we've gone to war with. It's funny.
So it's a lot of behind the scenes stuff.
It's all a coincidence. If you believe that, this is not the show for you. Oh, I'm supposed to go on my buddy's. He has a show about conspiracy theories and shit. I'm supposed to go on that soon. That should be fun.
So what would you rate this, actually?
I'm really not a big fan of yellow. I realized.
No.
What?
Oh, there's yellow in here, but this isn't yellow.
What?
It's 10.
What?
This is 10. Telling me that's yellow?
That looks yellow as fuck to me.
That's yellow.
What's yellow?
Look, this is yellow. This is not yellow.
That looks yellow as fuck to me, dude.
10.
Am I just colorblind? People watching, please just tell me. Am I just fucking colorblind?
Is this 10 or is this yellow?
Jesus.
Let's hear it.
Ugh. That's yellow as fuck, bro.
You're just tripping, bro.
It's man, bro.
Want to see something dope?
they've
Look at
been
the picture yesterday.
they've been looking at something dope for 50 minutes now.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm old and gray and balding, so no, they don't like me. Oh, super whack.
Whatever, dude.
It is dope. Where was that at? Was that in Miami?
No, that was in Dighton.
Way off.
That was like right next to the Dighton Bridge.
Oh shit.
Fucking beautiful sunset. Got a 10 skipper on a rock there.
I saw that.
That wasn't. That was a different place.
Oh, you just be skipping rocks everywhere.
Yeah, it's kind of my thing.
Oh, to be young and worry free.
I wouldn't say worry free.
Oh,
The only time I'm worry free is when I'm skipping rocks.
well, you should be more worry free. Here's the thing: you're 19, right?
20.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Wow, did you have a whole ass birthday since we podcast? That's how long it's been since we podcast. Damn, you're 20 now. Wow, coming over that horizon. You're 20, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever lived on your own?
No.
So as much as like this is where Gary Vee comes in. You got to be patient. It sucks living at home, but you have yet to face real world struggles like
Oh
being,
yeah.
you
Like-
know, like
Able to pay rent.
you should be more carefree, and you should enjoy the fact that you are, you know, like don't let
Oh, I do.
but you're smart too, so you have like the angst of the you know, existential crisis going on.
Yeah, bro. I love life.
That sounded convincing. Yeah, bro, love life.
I do.
It's so funny when I stepped away from the camera because to change my battery, you put on your camera voice all of a sudden.
What's going on now? Can I get a rating of this shoe? You know what I'm saying? It took 5 weeks. But listen, I'm going to give this away to one of you right now. So if you want, drop a like on this bit right now. Comment down below what your sneaker size is, and I'm going to check you out later. So take it easy.
I'm gonna do you guys a favor and mute Isaac.
It's like you thought.
Ah, shit. I can't mute him because he's on the same goddamn account as me. He's on the master account. Oh, man. Shit. I miss doing this. We definitely gotta do this every week. I've been trying to like decide a week. Friday definitely ain't the fucking day, but I was like determined to do it this week because I was like, we got to get back on this bandwagon, you know? That's a leaf.
It's dying.
It's dying. So yeah, fuck. I was just about to say something.
So, but here's the thing with WAP, right?
Oh, I completely took us away from WAP, huh?
So, bro, what if I had like an 8-year-old daughter and she was bumping that shit? I'd be like, yo, turn this fucking shit off. Turn it off. I don't want to hear it. Turn it off.
Let me tell you, as somebody who has a little sister, that is not the way to make a young girl stop listening to music. You want to know how you get her to stop listening to that song?
You start singing it.
You start singing that shit. You bump it everywhere you go, like, yeah, wet ass pussy. And you freak your daughter out. That's the only way, I think. Like, if it comes down to that with my daughter, I know that telling a kid, don't do this, is going to make them do it. So if I just pretend to love it, they're going to hate it because the old guy's going to like it.
Yes.
Reverse psychology, man. Reverse psychology. You got to do that a lot as a parent. And it's something I'm learning. Like my son is just like sometimes I just look at him like, you motherfucker. Like I can't believe you did that.
Wow, what is you don't want to share any details?
No. But he's just, a lot like me. He can be a punk sometimes. One of the things he does that I'll share is he'll just fucking stare at you when you ask him a question. Like, why did you do that?
Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back.
Yeah, that toddler stare is fucking awful. I hate the toddler stare. I'm about to get off here once he gets back from the phone call. But yeah, we're going to be rolling back with What Did Adam Say every single week. Once a week to start. I'm trying to get on twice a week, but I also would like to get on some of my friends' shows like Rick Naya, Joe Smith, Token Dead guys. I want to get back with them. I really, with the stupid COVID shit going on, it's really made it complicated to have the life and live the life that I want to live, as it has for all of us. I just spilled coffee on my foot. Only a little though. So it's been tough not going to all these cannabis events that I typically go to. They really help with momentum because sometimes from the inside it's hard to really see what's going on and how good or bad you're doing, what you're accomplishing when you're constantly just like move, let's go. So when you go to these shows, it's nice to have some friends be like, dude, I saw that you did this. That's freaking awesome. And it's like something that you just completely put in the back of your head and you're like, wow, that was really dope. And it's also, you get to smoke with all your cannabis friends and brainstorm ideas and really get to know people. It sucks not doing those events. It really does. So I got to get back on to doing these more. And yeah, I should have more time for that now since the farming is basically done for the season. And I will definitely be on What Did Adam Say more. Andrew and I need to get A for Entrepreneurs up and running again or something. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. I would definitely like to. I would like to get some in-person guests too. That would be fucking awesome. I don't know if anybody's down for that these days. That would be just like even way more fun if we're able to smoke and drink together. This is when I wish I had Joe Rogan's budget because he tests people before the podcast. So you're able to definitively say like, oh, they didn't get COVID from here. Like it definitely was not a me problem, but I ain't got Rogan money. He just got what, like $1 billion for a Spotify deal. That shit's crazy, and Joe Budden is pissed off about it because Joe Budden got a big deal from Spotify, and now I don't think they're re-signing him, which is really fucked up because most of the podcast attention that they got was from Joe Budden. So there's that part. But you know how it goes. If you're a creator out there, you get fucked over. It happens sometimes. Creators create, and people use creators for a lot of different things, so you're bound to get screwed over a little bit. Yeah. So I feel like I've done so much since the last podcast that it's just hard to really sit and think about everything we've done. But an hour is probably long enough. I could probably go for an hour more, but it's Friday. I haven't really seen my daughter like all week because I've been working all week, all day, all night. All I do is work. So I'm gonna get up off of here and go spend some time with mi familia right after I do a quick dab. So if you're watching out there, make sure to share this right now. It helps a ton. We're only at like 4 to 6 watchers today. We were at like the 20 to 25, 30 range before like shut down. It feels like at all times during the live show. So we got to build those numbers back up. And part of that's on me, part of that's for people out there watching and supporting. So make sure you share, please. Hit that heart button, comment as much as you can during the show. It helps a lot. And we will see you next week. I'm not sure what day and time. Stay tuned. Love y'all. Peace.